thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be focusing on using the box in different ways for different exercises that you may or may not be using in previously. We're going to be using a sticky pad as well, and I'm utilizing the ring. If you have a squishy ball, that could work as well. It will not be as effective as the ring, however. So let's go ahead and pick up our ring. We're going to come around to our reformer, come lying down with our footwork springs on. Come on your back. Just down real fast. We're going to take our ring out. We're going to put our thumbs on the inside, our fingers on the outside. With a soft bend in our elbows, we're going to pull the ring apart, flattening our shoulder blades against the mat and really driving them down. From there, we're going to relax our neck and our sternum area, having a wide collarbone. We're going to make sure that all 12 ribs are on the mat. We're going to exhale to bring our ribs together, weight our sacrum into the mat so that our hip bones and our tailbones are touching, but there is a slight curve or lift between our 12th rib or our low ribs and our sacrum. We're going to drop our belly button towards our spine to engage our lower abdominals. We're going to shake out our legs to loosen our hip flexors. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead. I'm sorry for your mention. Just make sure that the middle of the ring is over where your 12th rib and your sternum meet. Right here for the gentlemen. For ladies, it would be where your bra strap is. Inhale again. Exhale. Maintaining the curve or lifting your low back and the weight is sacrum. We're going to inhale. Exhale. Nod our chin to our chest. Kind of only to the tips of our shoulder blades. Really engaging our lower abdominals. Not coming up any higher. Making sure that we're not using our hip flexors or our quads. And articulate back down to the mat. Ring comes back over the sternum. We're going to inhale. Exhale. It's as if there's a piece of fruit between your chin and your chest. And we're going to crunch down on it. And you're going to release your neck to the back. Your neck will be in line with the curve of your spine. And release back down. One more time. Make sure you're pulling the ring apart. And come back down to the mat. Drop your ring to your chest. Shake out your shoulders. We're going to pull it back up in the same position, pulling apart on the ring. We're going to bring our feet to a Pilates V position. Our knees will be tracking over our toes. Our hips will be turned out in the hip socket by squeezing our glutes, tweezing our seat slightly, maintaining the neutral spine still. We're going to inhale, pressing out, maintaining the level of our heels, squeezing everything up to the midline, and exhale back in. Inhale and exhale, driving our shoulder blades down our back, maintaining the soft curve in our arms. Make sure that your ribs are not flaring. There, go ahead and loosen up a little bit on your pull so you can regain the wrap in your ribs. One more. When you come back in, we're going to adjust our grip on the ring so that all 5 fingers are on the outside. We're going to press in on the ring with the palm of our hand. Our fingers are still pointing up to our ceiling, so we press out and release the ring on the way back in. Inhale and press. Exhale and release. Inhale to press. Exhale to release. 2 more. Inhale, pressing. Exhale, release. Inhale to press. And exhale to release. We're going to squeeze our ankle, knees, and toes together into one giant leg or mega leg, pulling our toes back strongly towards our knees with a flexed foot. We're going to use our thumbs in the middle of the ring to pull the ring apart for 5, and then for the last one, we're going to squeeze on the way out and release on the way back in. So, pulling the ring apart the whole time. We're going to press out, squeezing our glutes, and release our hip flexors on the way back in. Press out and release. Inhale. Exhale, dropping your belly under your spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Change your grip. Squeeze the ring on the way out. Exhale, release the ring on the way in. Slight bend in your elbows. Inhale and exhale. Squeezing your leg together the whole time. Inhale. Two more. Make sure that you're not rocking on your sacrum. And one more. We're going to drop. Actually, we're going to roll out our feet real fast. To release the front torsion, we're going to drop down to the bird on the perch position, where our toes are going to be curled over the foot bar, holding on. We have the ball of our foot. We're going to use the same technique with our ring again, 5 and then 5. So, using your thumb in the middle, pull out, driving your heels under the foot bar, and release back in on the exhale. Inhale, press out, driving your heels under the foot bar at the same time. And exhale. Inhale, keep the pull on your ring. Make sure you're not sinking into your low back. You're maintaining the curve. And pull back in. Change your grip so all your fingers are on the same side. Inhale on the way up, pressing in on your ring, and exhale. After you've seen me do the exercise and you understand, please look back up at the ceiling so that you don't strain your neck by watching the video the entire time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, squeeze. How much of a squeeze can you get to come from your ribs? By wrapping your ribs a little bit more. Can you squeeze the ring a little bit tighter on the way out? And back in. We're going to come to wide Pilates feet on our heels, knees tracking over our toes, thumbs inside the ring, scoot away from the shoulder block if you need to, shake out your neck, middle of the ring, over your 12 rib meets sternum. We're going to press out, squeezing our turn out, and come back in, continuing to squeeze the turn out. And out, tweeze the seat, and exhale in. Out, in. Here's 4, 5. Fingers all on the same side. Slight bend in your elbows. Inhale to press, wrapping your ribs. And then exhale, release to come in. Inhale. Exhale, drop the belly and release. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your arms down to your chest for a second. Give them a little shake. We're not done yet. Coming into the center, into a forced arch position where your heel is lifted as high as you possibly can and you're on the ball of your foot on the foot bar. Go ahead and bring the ring up from the sternum. Pulling out. We're going to press out on 1. Squeezing everything towards the midline. And exhale, dropping our belly out into our spine. Bringing the carriage back, and 2, and back. Equal time out, equal time in. We're still pulling out, coming in. One more, squeeze your ankles and knees together the whole time, and in. With the grip of your hand so that we're going to squeeze in, wrap our ribs on the inhale on the way out, and exhale, dropping our belly button, releasing the ring on the way back in. So, inhale. Squeeze the ring, wrap your ribs. Exhale, drop your belly button, release the ring. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Your shoulders, your shoulder blades should feel nice and flat in the mat. One more. And there, we're going to hold on to a ring, come up to sitting. We're going to go ahead and change our springs for supine arms, curl ups, and hundreds right now. So I use a medium spring and a light spring, 2 springs, 1 spring, whatever's best for your body. We're going to come back down the line. For supine arms, I'm going to put the ring on the outside of my thigh, above my knee. I'm going to connect my heels as if I'm holding a diamond between them I don't want to lose. Try to tweeze my seat a little bit more strongly. Drop my lower abdominals, knit my ribs, reach back, grab my handles, arms straight up to the ceiling, palms facing the wall. I'm going to bring my hands down to my hips, still squeezing out on the ring. Using my outside leg muscles. One more. And up. I'm going to come out to a V position, no wider than the carriage or reformer. Spiral up slightly to my pinky edge to really engage my lats. Pull down, wrapping my ribs even tighter as I pull down. Come back. Check in on your sacrum. Is it weighted and heavy? Do you still have the lift in your low spine? And are all your ribs on? Do you still have that nice, wide, flat feeling across your shoulder blades? Bring your arms out to a T, lifted slightly up from the reformer. Again, spiral out to your pinky blade edge. And bring your pinky blade edge into your hips first. And release. Bring it in. And release. Exhale on the way in, dropping your belly button to your spine. And release. From there, drop your feet to the floor. Repeg your straps. Take your ring out. Place it on the insides of your thighs, above your knees. Bring your heels together again. Your knees to tabletop position, a tabletop diamond position. We're going to do curl-ups, same 3 arm positions, and then we're going to do the hundreds, all with the ring right here between our legs. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale to curl up, extending our legs, squeezing the ring, dropping our belly button to our spine, reaching strongly for the foot bar. Come back in, bring your knees back to that diamond tabletop, and exhale to lift. Squeezing your inner thighs, not your knees. And one more in this position. Curling up over your sternum, maintaining the space between your neck, your chin, and your chest. Arms out to a V. Spiraling up slightly to your pinky blade edge again. Here's 2. Here's 3. Coming out to the T position. Here's 1. And exhale 2. Drop your belly button to your spine. 3. Lift up over your sternum. Come back in. Without releasing your ring, bring your feet down to the foot bar if you can find. Give yourself a little shake. Adjust your ring if you need to. Bring your feet back up to tabletop with your heels glued together. Arms up to the ceiling. We're going into the hundreds. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to curl up behind your legs. Go ahead and inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhale. Go ahead and squeeze your heels together strongly. Use your inner thighs to draw the ring together in more of an oval shape, not your knees. Curl up over your sternum. Wide collarbone, soft sternum. Leave that space between your chin and your chest. It's as if you're slapping water. Reach strongly towards the end of the reformer. 2 more. 1 more. A little deeper. Bring your knees into your chest. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders down. Go ahead and take your ring out. Drop your feet down to the foot bar. Hip width apart. Go ahead and windshield wiper your shins. Letting your hips rock, but leaving your ribs on. Go ahead and peg your straps. We're going to go ahead and come off to the side of our reformer. First thing we're going to do is take our sticky mat. Place it at the end of our reformer. I'm going to take my box, place it on my carriage, short box style, in the center. From there, I'm going to go ahead and drop my foot bar today for stomach massage. You can leave your foot bar up if you'd like. Today it's going to feel better for me to go ahead and drop it. I'm going to put 3 to 4 springs on the carriage. I'm going to go ahead, come onto the carriage, pressing back into the box. I'm going to be using it for tactile feedback today on whether or not I'm rocking my hips during stomach massage, which I should not be doing. I'm going to make sure I have a hand's width from my tailbone to the end of the reformer. From there, I'm going to place my feet in the center of the foot bar in a Pilates feet position. I'm going to make sure that my hips are equally pressed into the short box with my hands, like C-3PO from Star Wars. I'm going to place them on the outside edges of the carriage, rounding over into a C-shaped curve, looking in at my belly button. My heels are lifted slightly. They're not in the forced arch position. They're not in a flex position. They are somewhere in the middle. I'm going to press out on 1, squeezing everything together. I'm going to drop my heels on 2. I'm going to lift my heels on 3. I'm going to bend my knees to come back into a frog position, the bumper, on 4. Press out on 1, drop my heels on 2. Lift 3, come in on 4, 2. Drive my belly button back to my spine the whole time. I'm turning out my thigh bone and my hip socket the entire time by tweezing my seat. I'm remaining in the C-shaped curve, and I'm making sure that I'm not rocking by using the box to provide tactile feedback. I should be able to feel both hips on the box the whole time. From here, for the second exercise in stomach massage, I'm not going to be able to squeeze back like I normally would. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my straight arms, I'm going to come back with them at a diagonal. My hands personally come back right about the wrists, and I squeeze in with my pinky blade edge, drawing my shoulders down my back, engaging my lats, and then I do a slight chest lift from there without flaring my wrist. So I am still doing a slight back extension. I press out on 1, lower, lift. When I'm in this position, on the short box, my lower back is completely connected with the box. I can definitely feel if I'm going to be rocking or not. And lift. Press out 1, lower 2, lift 3, bend your knees on 4, 1. Drop your belly button to your spine. Draw your shoulders away from your neck. This is not my favorite position for the second exercise in stomach massage, but if you don't have an arc barrel and you like the tactile feedback, this certainly is a way that you can do it. Come back in. From there, I'm going to reach down. I'm going to drop 1 spring. From there, we're going to reach forward at a diagonal, reaching for where the ceiling meets the wall. We're going to press out, flatten even further, and pull back across. Your ears should be between your biceps. We're not lowering or lifting our heels anymore. Squeeze straight out and pull in. Here's forward. Squeeze it and in. Press out further. See if you can reach further as you press out. And in. Here's 5. Drawing your shoulders down your back. 6, 7, and 8. Coming back in. Now my favorite variation with the short box is the 4th exercise in stomach massage. My arms are going to be coming out of my 12th rib and sternum, facing each other. I'm going to press out, and as I press out, I'm going to twist from the belly button up. Reach my hand up, not behind my body, but staying in line with my body, and come back. And twist. The reason this is my favorite is because if your hips are rocking, and you're not just letting your ribs rotate across, you're definitely going to feel it. It is definitely a tactile cue that is readily available. Squeeze your legs completely straight together and press out. As you twist, see if you can grow taller, 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 taller. Let's do 1 more on each side, and we'll twist. And back in, and twist. And come back in. From there, I'm going to go ahead and separate my feet to both sides of my reformer. Carefully get up and swing 1 leg off to the side. I'm going to lift my foot bar back to the middle position. I'm going to place 1 spring on my reformer to go into swan. I'm going to put my sticky pad in the middle of my box, and I'm going to slide my box to the long box position. From here, we're going to be doing a swan and pulling straps in the same spring tension. We're going to place one hand on the foot bar, my other hand on, swing my leg up, swing my other leg up. I'm going to be lying on the box. My legs are turned out in Pilates feet. I'm squeezing everything together. I'm placed on the box so that the box is hitting me where my 12th rib and my sternum meet. My elbows are wide. They're not dropped down, but they're not winging way up high either. They're about right here in line with the foot bar, maybe a little lower. I'm going to spiral out slightly to my pinky blade edge to engage my lats. Draw my belly button up and in. Knit my wrists together. I'm going to press out on one with straight arms. With straight arms, I'm going to use my lats to lift myself up into swan, squeezing my legs together. I'm going to press out, and then I'm going to bend my elbows wide to pull back across the foot bar with control. Press out on one, lift up on two, drawing your belly button to your spine. Bringing your ribs together so they're not flaring. Push on three, pull across on four, press out on one, pull up on two. You move up as high as you can, as long as your shoulders aren't creeping towards your ears. Please stop pulling your arms up and don't bend them to pull up any higher. We want straight arms. And from there, we're going to swing one leg off to the side, the other leg off to the side, one arm, the other arm. Now, if you don't like for your feet to, or shins to hit the foot bar for your pulling straps, go ahead, drop your foot bar down one level. We're going to go ahead, come back onto our stomachs, facing back towards our uprights. One hand on the box, other hand on the box, swing one leg up and the other leg up. Come back into the same position, squeezing your legs, drawing your belly button up, knitting your ribs, right at where the sternum and the 12th rib meet. We're going to put the handles on our wrists as if they're a bracelet, choke up on the straps, reach out to the hood, drop our hands down to the side. They'll adjust slightly on the rope most likely. Using our lats, we're going to pull our arms back, coming up into a little bit of a swan, and release back down. And flare your ribs when you come up into the swan position. Squeeze your legs together. 3, 4, 5. 6. 2 more, and on the 8th one, stay up. Leave your arms back by your side. 7. And 8. We're going to bend our fists towards our shoulders and release back towards our hips. And bend and release. If at any time you feel as if this is too much on your neck, go ahead and come back down to a neutral body position, looking in at the well. Here's 7. 1 more. Shoulders down and back. 8. And now release down. Go ahead and shake out your legs real fast. We're going to be moving into pulling straps with our arms at our feet. Go ahead and release your wrists out of your straps. We're going to hold on at the metal or the rubber. Or one teacher taught me to hook my thumb through the ring, the big ring, like it was a thumb ring. I actually really enjoy that position. I place my hands, I hook my thumb slightly, I place my palms flat down to the floor. And inhale, exhale, pull back, leaving your palms flat to the floor. You probably won't be able to pull them all the way to your hips in this position. That's fine. We're drawing our shoulders down our back, coming up into a slight swan, and releasing. Draw your belly button to your spine, knitting your ribs, and release. Squeeze your legs together. There's 3, 4, 5. Here's 6. Draw your shoulders down when you come back. Drawing your shoulders down as you come back to the T position. Here's 7. And 8. Now flip your palms to face your hips. Now slight pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flip your palms to face the floor and release back down your neutral spine. Go ahead and release your legs. Go ahead and peg your straps. Go ahead and let everything round over your backs. Just go ahead and release the back chain of your body. From there, we're going to go ahead, place your hands on the corners of your backs for safety. Swing one leg off to the side, swing the other leg off to the side. My sticky mat came off, I'm going to put it back. We're going to come down onto our backs, sitting on it, sitting on the edge. We're going to be doing the series of 5 on the backs. The spring tension is light, so if you start using a little bit too much momentum, you're going to know it because your carriage is going to rock. If you are uncomfortable doing the series of 5 on this level at this height, take the box off, lower your foot bar all the way.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Or you can go ahead and do it sideways on your reformer, facing this way with your booty on the edge of the reformer, or you can go ahead and do it on the floor. I'm going to remove my sticky mat for this personally. I'm going to go ahead, place my feet on the foot bar, sitting on the edge of my reformer, elbows wide. I'm going to release down to the box, shimmy into the edge. My head personally is from the edge. If I want to rest back, I'm going to hold my head in my hands, come back. You can also put a ball in your headrest if you'd like. I'm going to raise one knee to tabletop, the other knee. I'm going to place my left hand on the outside of my left ankle, my right hand on the inside of my left knee. I'm going to inhale, extend my left leg toward, or right leg towards my level. Inhale, exhale, switch. And exhale. And exhale. And exhale. Exhale, drawing our belly button to our spine. Drawing our shoulders down our back. This is 5, 6. Curling up over your sternum. And 8. Draw your knees into tabletop. Rest your head in your hands. Just like back extension. Over the back, supporting your head. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Hands on the outside of your knees. Inhale. Extend your hands and your legs to working level, shooting energy out of your fingers and your toes. Exhale, your arms rotate. Bring everything back into tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. Personally, when I extend my legs to working level, I like to turn my feet out to Pilates feet. And then I turn them back parallel when I come back in. Here's 4. Shake your neck up. Here's 5. Curl up over your sternum. Make sure that you're not imprinting your low back or sinking into your low back. Tweeze your seat as you press out. Shoot energy out of both. Make sure that your arms aren't coming back behind your ears and you're not losing your curl up at any point. And knees into tabletop, hands behind your head. Rest back for a really quick break. We're going to move on to scissors. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Right leg up, left leg out. We're going to exhale, pull. Bring your leg to you, and then pull. You can reach up to wherever you can grab without rocking up to reach to grab your foot. If that's reaching to here, reaching to behind your knee, or behind your calf, wherever is best for you. Make sure you're not rounding in on your shoulders. One more set on each side. From here, instead of resting, we're going to bring our feet to the ceiling. We're going to drop our head into our hands. We're going to press our head in our hands into our head, so we don't crunch into our necks. We're going to lower the feet 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. Exhale, watch your belly button sink, and then lift your feet with your abdominals. Drop 1, 2, 3. Then lift. Drop 1, 2, 3. Lift. Curl up over your sternum. Halfway there. Drop 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. Drop 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Lift your legs with your abdominals. Bring your knees into tabletop. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders back into a slight back extension. Try not to flare your ribs when you go back. Inhale. Exhale, curl up your head and your hands. Extend your right leg to working level. Rotate across your ribs, bringing your ribs to your left side. Inhale across. Exhale to the right. The movement is coming from the belly button up, like in the fourth exercise on stomach massage when we were twisting with our arms into a T position. Exhale strongly. See if you can twist a little deeper. 6. Just 2 more to each side. 7. And 8. Bring your knees to the table up. Rest your head into a slight back extension. And see if you can find the foot bar with your feet. Windshield wiper your feet gently, not really lifting your hips on this one. From there, we're going to go ahead and reach up. Grab behind your knees. Woof. Rough after a series of 5. Come up to sitting. We're going to carefully get off to the side. We're going to place one light spring on. You're going to be doing a quadruped series with the box to the side of the reformer. You're going to line up your box so that your hands are lined up. So my hands are lined up the front corner of the box, and my hand that I'm going to be putting onto the front of the shoulder block. I'm going to be pressing out and in. I want those lined up. If you do one and it feels a little iffy, go ahead and reline up. Generally, a good rule of thumb is that this part of your chair is the very top part of your mat, and the top part of your box will line up. My feet will be hanging off the end. I'm going to place my hand right here. Try not to break your wrist too much, but I understand you're doing a little. From here, we're going to go ahead and place our hand back on the box. Actually, we're going to check in with our body. We want to make sure that we're drawing our belly button up and in, bringing our ribs up, not tucking our tailbone. We are in a neutral spine, just on all fours. We're going to take the arm closest to the carriage and place it on it. We don't want our arm coming up like this. We don't want our arm sinking down like this. It'll be somewhere in the middle, just like on swan, creating tension in our lats. Exhale, press, and pull in. Here's 2. Don't look up, sideways, crunching your neck. Try to keep the weight in the center of your body. 2 more. Move from your lats. And 8. Come back in. We're going to extend our outside leg down to tap our toe to the floor behind us. Not moving. Our neutral spine, we're going to press out and lift our leg, squeezing our glutes, and come back in. And press and lift. That might not be to a straight line with your body. And that's fine. Maintain your balance. Draw your belly button to your spine. Knit your ribs together. 2 more. 7 and 8. From there, we're going to squeeze your glutes. Lift your leg to arabesque. Flex your foot, point it to release your calf. We're going to press out and pull in. Here's 2. Belly button to spine. Moving from your lats. If you're having trouble finding them, spread your lat to your pinky blade edge. Put a little bit more weight there and see if you can engage your underarm and down the sides of your ribs. Draw your ribs together. Engage your glute of your knee that's bent on the box. 7 and 8. From there, we're going to abduct and adduct our leg from the center. What that'll look like from here is I'm going to be pressing. I'm going to press, bring my leg up slightly to the side, and when I come back in, I'm going to bring it back to center. So take it out, back to center. If this is not going to work for your body today, see if you can just bring your leg out and in with with both hands on the box. And if that doesn't work, you can try it on the mat as well. Some days are not good balance days. So, coming up to arabesque. Draw your belly button strongly up to your spine. Bring your ribs together. Draw your shoulders down your back to pull your shoulders away from your ears. Press out, abducting your leg, and pull it back in. And 2. And back in. Here's 3. This is a challenge. Here's 4. Don't let your hips shift. 5. Try to keep your leg parallel. 6. 7. And 8. Come back in all the way. Replace your knee back onto the box. Stand up carefully. Pick your box up. Bring it to the other side. Go ahead and line it back up. Front edge of your box, front edge of your carriage. We're going to go ahead, come on all fours with both hands on the box. If you're having wrist issues, you can come on to your fists. You can also try to hold on with the meaty part of your hand without slipping. Your wrist will bend a little bit, but it will be less bent than you pushing in to the box like this. Also try spiraling out slightly, do pinky blade edge to pull up into your lats and your pull your shoulders away from your ears to try to release some of that pressure as well. So, coming down on all fours, inhale, draw your belly button to your spine, knit your ribs. Make sure that your neck is in line with your spine. You're not cranking it up. You're not looking down too far. Everything's lined up. Release your closest hand or reformer from your box. Place it on your shoulder block. Make sure your elbow's not winging up or winging down. We're going to press out and pull in. Here's 2. Spiral out your pinky blade edge. 3. 4. Belly button up in. Don't take your tailbone. 7. And 8. Extend the leg that's furthest from the reformer away from you. Tap that toe onto the mat, leaving your foot in parallel. Lift your leg by squeezing your glute, and then straighten your arm at the same time. And come back and tap. Squeeze your glute and hamstring, and lift. And then, here's 3. Belly button to spine. 4. 5. Again, if your wrist is hurting, try coming up to a fist. And 8. Come back in. Lift your leg up behind you in arabesque. Press out and pull back in, leaving your leg where it is. Not tugging or tilting. Remaining in your neutral spine. Pulling your shoulders away from your ears. 7. And 8. Now we're going to abduct the leg. We're going to press the leg away as we press the carriage out. We're going to pull the leg back as we pull the carriage back in. Press everything out and back in. Again, you can do this keeping the carriage in. You can do it with both hands on the box. You can do it on the mat. Here's 7. 1 more. And 8. I'm going to come up. I'm going to go ahead and move my box. After I come off the box carefully, unless you have double straps, we're going to go ahead and change over to our foot straps. I'm going to put two springs on my carriage. I'm going to lift my foot bar back up to the middle again. I'm going to come onto my carriage the wrong way. I'm going to sit down like this, and then I'm going to lie down onto my back. I'm going to press out with one leg, bend my leg that's not pressing out, place my foot strap around my foot, straighten that leg, bend my other leg, place my foot strap around it. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bend my knees in. I'm going to make sure I'm retaining neutral spine. I haven't tucked my tailbone. I'm not shoving my low back into the mat. I'm going to press out by squeezing my glutes and draw everything into the midline for a frog, and then I'm going to release. Still working on turning out from the hip flexors. Or not the hip flexors, from the hip sockets. Pardon me. Press out on 3. and in. 4. Inhale in. Here's 5. And in. Here's 6. And 7. And 8. Straighten your feet up to the ceiling. In parallel, we're going to flex to lower our feet, coming from the glutes and the hamstrings. Without rocking our pelvis while not putting our spine, we're going to point our feet and lift them back up as high as we can without tucking or tilting our pelvis. Bring in our wrist go. Flex to lower, point to lift. Allow your feet to move freely. Look back up at the ceiling after you've seen the exercise. Shoulder blades flat on the mat, especially after we did all that nice spring work earlier. Here's 7. And here's an 8. And lift. From there, we're going to turn our feet out to Pilates feet. Heels together, toes apart. We're going to open our feet to the side and flex to use our inner thighs to bring them back together. Going to open. Try not to move your carriage. Keep your carriage where it is. Here's 4. Here's 5. 6. 7. One more. Try to squeeze your legs so the heels come together in the center at the same time. Pointing your feet at the top. We're going to turn them out in Pilates feet. We're going to separate them the width of the reformer. Squeeze our legs down. Bring them together with your inner thighs and bring them back up to the ceiling. Separate them just the width of the reformer today. Squeeze to lower your legs. Squeeze them together at the bottom and lift up to the top. Rather than a circle, just going to look more like an oval today. We're going to work on our sacral stability right now. And inhale, back up to the top. Now exhale to reverse and bring your feet straight down to the middle towards the foot bar. Inhale to separate your feet and bring them back up to the top. And exhale. Inhale. Use 2 fingers to check on your hips to make sure they aren't rocking. Here's 4. And here. It's 5, squeezing through your glutes and your hamstrings. We're going to bend we're left footed. We're going to remove our foot strap. Reach for the foot bar, straighten your leg, bend your right foot, release the foot strap. We're going to come on in, repay our foot straps. We're going to come off to the side, grab our ring. We're going to change our springs for bridging. We are going to use a red and a blue spring, or 2 springs. 1 spring if your springs are very heavy. We're going to come down onto our backs. I'm going to bring my ring up. I'm going to pull it apart with my thumbs in the middle, flattening my shoulder blades on the mat. Make sure I'm not flaring my wrist. I'm going to place my feet on the carriage at my arch in parallel, squeezing my legs together. I'm going to inhale, exhale to curl up, coming up into a bridge. We're trying to hold the bridge in at the carriage. We're looking for a straight line from our knees to our hips, from our hips to our underarms. Articulate back down, squeezing my knees together the whole time. I'm going to inhale, exhale to articulate up, squeezing my glutes and hamstrings, keeping a soft sternum. I'm so sorry. Please release your headrest for safety. Squeeze and come up. From here, we're going to press out and pull back in. And 2. And 3. 4. 5. 6. Articulate your spine back down to the mat. Separate your feet. Still in your arches. to the wide Pilates D on the outside of the reformer. We're going to squeeze in on the reformer, on the ring. We're going to inhale, exhale to bridge up, squeeze in a ring, squeeze in your glutes, articulate your spine back down. Inhale, exhale to articulate up, come back down. One more. Squeeze the ring. Now press out on one and pull across. Squeeze in your glutes and hamstrings to lift your hips. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go and articulate your spine down, keeping the carriage in at the bumper. Go ahead and shake out your legs. Keep your ring. Go ahead and come up off to the side. Come up into standing. I'm in a Pilates V position. My heels are squeezed together, my legs are squeezed together. I'm going to bring the ring above my head. I'm going to drop down to my knees so that you can't see my arms right now. Please remain standing. If you would like to do it on your knees, you can. Squeeze your glutes to drive your hips forward. Draw your ribs down. Draw your belly button up and in. Give the ring a slight squeeze. Bend over. My heels are connected, even though I am on my knees. To engage my inner thighs. Keep the center of the ring over the center of your head like a halo. One more. Go ahead and release the ring. Stand up if you're sitting down. Shake everything out. Thank you very much and have a great day.